Marriage had always been the cornerstone of my life, a perfect example of love, respect, and trust. My husband and I shared an unbreakable bond, or so I thought. Life was predictable, safe, and devoid of surprises. But some nights, the walls of comfort crumble, revealing desires we never knew existed. My close friend Eliza had always been the wild one. Her ideas were bold, her actions even bolder. Life is about experiences, she would often say. When she invited me to a party, I didn't think much of it. It's just a gathering. Relax, have fun, she said, with a mischievous sparkle in her eye. Something about her tone hinted that this wouldn't be an ordinary night. The venue was luxurious, a lavish house filled with well-dressed people sipping drinks and engaging in animated conversations. At first glance, everything seemed normal, elegant even. But as I observed, I noticed the glances lingered longer, and the touches were more deliberate. Eliza leaned toward me, her voice a conspiratorial whisper. "This is an unconventional party." "What do you mean?" I asked, confused. "Just relax and go with the flow. No one will push you into anything," she said, pulling me toward the bar. As I sipped my drink, trying to make sense of what Eliza had said, a tall, confident man approached. "I don't think I've seen you here before," he said, his deep voice commanding yet warm. He introduced himself as Kevin, his smile instantly putting me at ease. For a moment, the tension in my chest subsided. Kevin led me to the dance floor, his movements smooth and inviting. The music pulsed around us, and I found myself moving to the rhythm, my nerves slowly melting away. His hands gently rested on my waist, sending a shiver down my spine. Soon, 2 other men joined us. One was dark-skinned and powerfully built, his presence magnetic. The other was tall and composed, exuding a quiet confidence. The 3 of them surrounded me, their synchronized movements creating an intoxicating dance. The atmosphere shifted as the night deepened. The air was thick with an electric charge, and reality blurred. Kevin's breath warmed my neck as the strong hands of another traced the curve of my waist. The third man's touch was gentle yet deliberate, his fingers brushing against my arm as if seeking permission. "Let go," Kevin whispered, his voice both calming and commanding. His words washed over me, dissolving the last remnants of my hesitation. The touches became more intimate, their rhythm aligning with the beat of the music. My hands found their way to their shoulders, faces, and arms as if drawn by instinct. My heart raced, and my breaths quickened as I surrendered to the moment. For a moment, my gaze sought Eliza. Across the room, she was fully immersed, her face radiating joy and freedom. For a fleeting moment, I envied her. Her uninhibited enjoyment reflected what I longed to feel. That envy became my catalyst. Time seemed to stretch and contract simultaneously. Kevin's hands guided me as the others moved in harmony. Their touches and whispers created a symphony of sensations, each note unraveling another layer of my restraint. "You deserve this," Kevin said softly, his lips close to my ear. His words carried a weight that resonated deep within me. I allowed myself to let go, of judgment, of guilt, of fear. All that remained was the raw intensity of the present. As dawn broke, I stepped out of the house with Eliza beside me. Her smile was knowing, content. "That was a night to remember, wasn't it?" she asked. I nodded, unable to form a response. The events of the night replayed in my mind like a vivid dream. I felt liberated, yet the weight of what had happened lingered. Some nights redefine everything. They blur the boundaries we thought were immovable. That night, I crossed a line I never imagined I would. Where it would lead, I had no idea. As I lay in bed that morning, the weight of the night lingered on my body and mind. Every touch, every glance, every whispered word replayed like a symphony of forbidden desires. I felt both exhilarated and terrified. What I had experienced was far beyond anything I could have imagined. It wasn't just about the freedom of letting go, but about discovering parts of myself I didn't know existed. A world of sensations and emotions had opened up, and I had stepped through its door. But freedom comes with a cost. What did this mean for me, for my marriage, for the life I had so carefully built? I didn't know the answers yet. All I knew was that the echoes of this night would follow me, and the boundaries I once thought unshakable had been rewritten.